Defense against kicks. Not all the defense against kicks are good. Some of them are default or what may happen, and it's better than nothing. So not all the defense against kicks are win-win situations. Sometimes they are just less lose situation, but it's important to understand it and acknowledge it, accept it, and know it. Basically, the best way to defend against kicks is stopping the kick from being delivered. If Kfir wants to kick me and I don't want to be kicked, the best thing for me to do is this: stopping his kick from even starting. So, as a rule of thumb, kicks that goes above waist, I will defend with my upper body. Kicks that going down, I will defend with my legs. But this is only a rule of thumb, it's not a real rule, and it's not always true. Let's talk about the frontal kick. The snap frontal kick is very fast. It's one of the fastest kicks and an invisible kick. I can kick down here and no one will see it coming, and you have almost nothing to do against this kick. The kick that comes from this distance to my tummy is very fast, and if I stand like this, and I won't see it. Maybe I obscure the view with my hands, or it's very fast, it's hard to see. And yet, you need to know how to defend. So, the defense against this kick is not blocking it, but diverting it. From the side, I can stay in my place and divert, or I can move and divert. It depends on the timing, if I see his kick coming or not. So, making application with you kick me and I move 1, 2, it's very beautiful, it's not always real, it's very fast kick. It's important to practice, but also to understand the reality. So when he kicks me, I can divert from the inside, I can divert from the outside. I'm using arms rotation for this. Frontal arm rotation, backward arm rotation, and I can just divert him, or I can grab him. If I grab, of course, I can just kick him away. So I can grab from the inside, I can grab from the outside. If I manage to make the long step out, it's easier to grab his leg, of course. If I didn't do it in time, maybe I can just turn and grab. If you can make it, good. If you can't make it, it doesn't matter. All you need is just to reduce the damage. So if he kicks me, and I just, again, small side step, and I can divert his kick. Another thing we can do is from above, fall on his leg from above with both hands, with overlapping palms, with a wrist area, like here. It's very difficult to do so, but of course it happens when you have no other choice. You didn't see it coming, and it came, and so you do this. You may hurt yourself, but remember, the kick doesn't go up with its force. It goes forward with the force. So it's not the end of the world. It will hurt you, but it's better than having the kick hit your diaphragm. So basically, the frontal kick, you need to divert. You can catch it. Sometimes it's much easier to catch not the leg but the pants and divert, because this way we have a longer lever over his leg and easier to control, as you can see. Round kick. Round kick is problematic because it is very, very powerful. So I can take a round kick. It's possible, especially if it's not to the head. If it's a short snapping round kick to the head, this can cause knockout very easily, and you don't want to absorb it. If he hit me here, I can absorb here. He might break my ribs, he might cause me lose my breath, but I can absorb and be damaged here, and it's a risk because this kick can be very powerful, and even hitting here on the chest can cause knockout. If you hit me a bit lower, you have 4 points here when you can just hit and the breath is taken away, so for a few seconds at least. So this is not good idea to absorb it. You can, but it's a bad idea. Same with the back. He can kick my back. He can kick my back, he can kick my kidneys, he can kick my liver. Very powerful kick. Can be absorbed, not recommended. So, what can be done? The best thing against round kick is first not be in the range, in the hitting optimal range of the kick. So we want to break the range and be actually here, inside. So, step inside. If you can't do anything because you didn't make it in time, the timing was wrong, and we were fighting and he kicks, just step inside, push him away. The second thing I can do, besides closing the range, I can take his leg. I can take his leg from above. If I shorter, I can take his leg from below. The next, of course, is continue and let him fall. I can do it in Mabo. If I do it, I can do it in Mabo, I can do it in Gongbo. If I do it in Gongbo, it's much worse. See, and I turn into Gongbo, so I just throw him away. Of course, to succeed in doing so, I need to have the right timing. I need to understand that he's going to kick me this round kick to this level. A matter of luck, a matter of timing, a matter of reading the situation. A lot of sparring and practice. No magic here. Another thing we can do against this sort of kick, but this is very important to understand. He needs to stand with his... He kicks with his rear leg, and I'm going defense with my rear leg. If he's standing with the left front, so I will stand also with the left front. If he kicks me, I can't absorb. It's dangerous, right? But I wasn't standing properly to get inside quick and catch him. I can get inside but not catching him. What can I do? This. This is a hook kick. A hook kick. But pay attention, it gets you into a very symmetric situation. See, I bypass his leg, and now we are in symmetric situation. I need to turn and push down, otherwise he will do it to me. So, do it quick, do it deep. Do it deep and push his knee. I press with my leg on his knee. Otherwise, I can break my own knee. So it works because this is surprise and not many people use this sort of, or know about this defense. So it works. The next thing is very tricky. If he kicks me to this area, or this level, now for this demonstration I ask Kfir to kick as hard and fast as he can. This is not a demonstration like before where he did it slowly so you can see and I can explain. This is going to be very fast and hard. Now, I didn't even feel this. Why? Physics. Let's pretend Kfir hands is his leg, and this is the direction of his leg. I have my two arms doing this movement. So actually his leg hits here, and what I'm doing, this is important because I make my forearm strong when I do it, and jumpy. I change the vector of direction. I'm not blocking him. I take his kinetic energy and his direction and I just divert it down and backwards. So I give him rotational movement. I'm making him doing this. And this is very, very small movement. It works also against a forearm. See? עוד פעם, חזק. Very easy. עוד פעם. But it's only for this area. So I can move, but this is the level where it works. It's really hard to do so in this level. I won't do this and if he kicks down because this is stupid and dangerous. I can have him here on the shin and on the hip and on the thigh, or both hands on the shin. Here of course it's more dangerous for me. Best is one and one here. He pushes into my direction to do it slow. Push, 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 push. And I just divert this. It's very, very small movement. Okay? Okay? But it's important to make your forearm strong when you do it. It's not like linguini, it's not loose, but it's also not stiff. I'm not absorbing, it's not tivat le'at. Now he's kicking slow, because if he kicks fast and I do what I do now, I will break my hand, probably. So it's not here like, I'm not blocking hard. No, it's very important to do this movement. It's like a manual, like a small manual movement, like a wavy movement. Very, very important. If you try this at home with a friend, do it slowly and don't put force into it at first, until you can learn how to defend it. Later you can of course do it also again against sticks. Of course this is more helpful than the leg, but still I want to defend myself. I don't want the stick to hit me. I don't want this to happen, and Kfir of course doing it now very gently. So if I just stop the stick like this, I will break my hand. So I need to have the stick and change its direction. We push it in, and he pushes in strong, and I just divert it. Okay? So as stronger he pushes in, because in reality it has all the inertia of the round movement. So the stronger he pushes me, the stronger he will bounce away. So this is smart and specific defense against round kick. More defense against the regular round kick. It's not a low kick, it's not very high. It works also against the high kicks, because the idea is the same. I get in, I grab, and instead of doing what I did before, I just push here on the thigh above the knee like this. This is the equivalent position of this R-bar. So this is a knee bar. So it doesn't matter how I grab from the, see, now I grab from below and I just push. I do shearing movement between my hands, and I can have control. I can pull him with me, I can take him down. So this is if I want to have full control over him and not just bounce. Of course this is not going by itself. If I'm doing this, I can add leg also. See, I prevent him from fall. I can push with my hands, I can do whatever I want. Why? Because the key is grabbing his leg. But for this I need to completely be in sync with his rotational movement. I don't want to be hit, so I need to move as fast as he rotates. Okay? See, I just walked inside his rotational area, but with his rotational speed. So I just made him miss because I was in sync. Another thing we can do, this is stupid, but it happens. If he kicks me, it's not stupid, but it's not the preferred choice. Like, let's say I'm here and he kicks me. I can just try and make him go above me, just push his leg with my elbow a bit upward, because it happens, you know, when somebody on the ground and people come and kick him. So Kfir now is bullying me and I'm here, so just try to make him get above me and over me using my elbow. This is very similar to hook defense. You see, it's not the wisest thing to do, but it happens and it can help you more than just getting hit in the head. The last thing I will show about this type of round kicks is, well, I call it capoeira defense. Why? Because in capoeira they do it all the time. Just he kicks me in a more high into my torso. So instead of just getting hit, I can get below. When I get below, I can of course use my leg for takedown, or I can kick him in return. So think about the capoeira games they have. So this is what I call capoeira defense. I just shift my level where I walk. I go below his kick. Of course I keep my head safe. I shift weight. I can push my leg here. I just try to let him bypass me and return fight. The last thing I can do, of course, this is the last one, not the one before. I can just get out of range. And when I get out of range, I just continue his movement, and I usually will drop it down. Not only sideways, but down. Why? Because I won't make it in time to rise him up. I can usually just help him go down, and then I have his back. But be quick about it. When he kicks, it's backward and charge forward. Make advantage of him missing you. So now we'll talk about the side kicks. We have the snap side kick, this, and this is sort of like the frontal snap kick. Very fast, very short, usually will go down or up here, kick me, and I can just try to divert it or move aside and sort of divert it. The other type is of course the pushing side kick. We have the backward side kick, and we have the pushing with a step. Both of them are the similar principle of breaking the distance into his short range. So if you do the rotational, the backward side kick, I will try coming here. If he's doing the pushing side kick with the step, try and break distance. Again, it's nothing too much creative and wise like with the round kicks. I'm sorry, it's boring, but this is what we can do. We can just divert and move. If he kicks hook kick, again, all I need to do is to close the range. Protect myself, push with my hands, and break the distance. If he makes 360, the backward roundhouse kick, again, I need to break the distance. In both cases, I can do capoeira style defense. I can do that hook. I can get down. I can break distance and kick and hit him in the lower part of the body. So it's similar to the round kick, but it's the opposite direction, the backward direction. Let's talk about low kicks. This is the most annoying kick to block. Why? Because it hurts. Most of these defenses are not pleasant. The simplest, again, it depends on what was your timing and what did you practice on and where was your mind at the specific situation. So let's talk about absorbing. It's very not fun to absorb low kick. Very not fun. So what can we do? The first thing is I push my thigh outside, you see, and I tense this muscle. Not fun, but working. And if I timing it together with his kick, I can also a bit pushing him away. Not fun, works, diminishing the pain and the damage to the tissue. Is a peg leg that we want to avoid. Second thing is more internal. I'm not strengthening the muscle, I'm making the leg full. In internal martial arts we talk about full and empty. Try instead of contracting the muscle to stretch it. This is sort of making it full and put your mind into it. It's harder to do in real combat. Okay? So it's different from this where I tense the muscle and it's actually less painful. But you need to know how to do it. Keep your mind to make the leg full. Stretch the muscles. You want to reach far with your leg and you push your body upwards against the leg that pushes downwards, and you make yourself as long as you can, full and heavy in your legs. It's really hard to explain internal martial arts this way. It's easier to touch, but try it. I will probably talk more about internal things in the internal section of the site. The third way of absorbing is the way Systema do it, and they do it also very wisely. They know how to absorb the heat and make the pain go through your body. And it goes together with speed breathing, like to release the tension, release the pain. So they absorb in Systema. I also learn Systema, so we can absorb the heat from the low kick and make it go through the body. Why this is good for? Well, this is painful, but it's good if you are surprised. You didn't see it coming, you were just standing and somebody hit you. So in Systema it's very good knowledge what happens when you are not fully prepared. When you're not ready, just have to make the pain go through your body and move it away. But for direct hit, this is much less recommended than at least I recommend it less. Maybe I'm not doing the Systema defense good enough, but I recommend the second, the full leg, and the first, the push away, the pushing away defense. You don't have to absorb, though. Remember, the best defense against low kick is stopping him from kicking me. I don't want to be kicked. So if he's trying, I can just stop. Leg over leg, because this is below waist kick. Another type of low kick is aimed for my knee. He wants to kick me from the side. He wants to make me break my knee. I don't like this idea. I love my knees as they are. So I can do this. It's tricky and dangerous. You need to practice a lot on this, this movement. And we have the northern gongbu to gongbu transition. So this is the movement. You see, I'm standing facing him. When he hits me, the leg wants to break my knee, but I turn around a second before and I make him hit this area, but I'm not absorbing it into my knee. I'm not letting him buckle me down. I pull my leg and I catch his leg between my shin muscle and the thigh muscle. I catch his leg and then I can just throw him away. See? This is tricky. It's timing, you need to do it fast. It's aggressive defense, you need to do it really fast. It works perfectly, but you need to practice on it. So the idea again is to catch his leg between my shin muscle and the thigh muscle when I turn and pull my heel up. Another low kick is this type of low kick, when they kick from below. I really don't like to get hit by those kind of kicks, and again the best defense against it is this. Small leg. I just stopping him with my leg, but he thinks because I'm sideways he can kick me here. You see, because I'm in a sideways stance, so I just put my leg here and stop him. Of course, I can use it actively when I want to break distance. I can do this in order to break distance, because I know he wants to kick me when I start moving. And it doesn't matter almost what kick, maybe frontal kick. I just want to stop him, so I aim into his thighs and shin. It depends on the level of the kick. The last type is, I think, the least smart of defense against low kick. Shin to shin. You can both break your leg. I raise my leg up, and I stop him with my shin. This is painful in both sides. How to diminish the pain? 1. Do it in point. This is painful. 2. Do it in flex, like this. This is painful. So the idea is not just absorbing it shin to shin. The idea is to absorb the movement and throw it away. You see, I'm not trying to break his movement. I'm trying to get his movement and absorb the roundness and push it away. It's, even with the best timing, it's still painful, it's still dangerous, and I less recommend it. Really, the best thing to do against low kicks is just this, or this, or this, because he started to kick with that, with his right leg. Just move in and kick his standing leg and step on him. So try to avoid absorbing low kicks this way. And also, this is not the best idea to absorb low kicks.